Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. It's the start of a brand new week, so I wanted to show you guys what I usually get at the grocery store and what I meal prep for the week. Basically, I like to do bulk cookings on Sundays so that throughout the week, me and my husband have some lunch for us to take to work with us. Usually we like to go and shop at Aldi because our local supermarkets, for some reason, are super expensive compared to there. Plus the quality of the items are pretty good. The only difference is that last week we went to BJ's. We did like a big bulk grocery shopping run and we completely filled up our pantries. We did like a whole inventory. So this week as we went to Aldi, we didn't have as many items to buy, but we still needed to get our necessities. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys an Aldi grocery haul, what I usually get for the week, and I'll be doing a quick and easy recipe that you guys can also use for lunch for the week. And without further ado, let's go shopping. All right, so we just did our Aldi shopping, and the problem is we went first to the gym, worked out for a solid hour, and then we went to Aldi, which means we were super hungry shopping, and that's the worst thing because that's when you start to deviate from your list. So again, every week we do our shopping in Aldi because it's close to our house, and we found out that the prices there are a little more, they're a little cheaper than it is at our local supermarkets. And by local, I mean we literally live across the street from like a Key Food, but the prices there sometimes are double what we find at Aldi. This week we didn't do a lot of shopping, like I said, because we did a BJ's run last week where we did like a mass shopping. So we basically got essentials today, and like I said, we went to the gym and then we went to the supermarket, which means we bought a lot of unnecessary stuff. So some of the basics are eggs. Got a whole gallon of milk here. We tend to finish this in about a week plus a day. So if we usually buy this on a Sunday, for example, it'll last us until the following Monday or even Tuesday. I like to buy almond milk. I don't use it for like coffee or beverages. I use it more in like baking and like let's say I want to make pancakes and I need to use milk for pancakes. I'll use my almond milk. Another thing that we discovered at Aldi are these drinks. This is from Fit and Active. It's a strawberry lemonade flavor. They have multiple flavors, but it's just flavored water. It's like 5 calories, caffeine free, etc., etc. So sometimes we just get bored of water, so we buy a couple of these. So this time we bought strawberry lemonade, which is my favorite, and lemonade. So we got a couple of little spreads too. So we got this Greek olive spread. It sounds really good, and my husband loves olives, so we decided to give it a try. It's Kalamata olives with cheese, roasted red peppers, feta cheese, etc. So I feel like this is gonna be a great dip. We also got tzatziki dip, and this one is a spinach parmesan with Greek yogurt, as you can see right here, because one of the recipes that I want to make for the week as I meal prep after our Aldi runs is kind of like a chicken shawarma. So this is gonna be like a really good topping for it. We got some cilantro, we got a bunch of portobello mushrooms. I also got 2 different kinds of coffee. So one is an instant roast that we buy. It's pretty cheap, it's like $4 or $5 just to have it. We're not like coffee snobs or anything, we just drink it in the morning just cause coffee. But if I want to make like, we have a coffee maker, which is why I bought this one. It's some kind of German roasted coffee, but I've never tried this one, which is why I wanted to get it. I usually set up the coffee machine the night before and it automatically turns on in the morning at whatever time that I set it to. But sometimes, you get lazy, you get tired, so I just, skip that. And on days where I don't have time to brew the coffee, I just get the instant roast. We got some bananas and we got a packet of white rice, which is what? What was I gonna use this for again? Oh yes, I'm gonna be making a delicious salmon coconut curry later this week, so stay tuned for that video. All right, speaking of the shawarma, I found this whole wheat and flax and oat bran pita. The only reason I got it because the other one that they had, which was a regular one, was like 150 calories per pita or something like that. And this one is only 60 calories, which is okay. And I don't count calories like that, but I like volume, so I would rather eat 2 of these for the same amount, one of the regular ones, if you know what I mean. So these were slipped into the cart by my husband. I'm not much of a chocolate eater, but he is. He needs to have chocolate after every single meal. So we didn't try this one. The brands that we usually buy, they weren't available, and this one is some kind of milk cream. These are European chocolates that I believe they're imported from Germany. So we have this milk cream, and then we have a milk hazelnut crisp. But I'll be honest, I am a sucker for crisps in chocolate. Next, so this I did not want to buy, okay? This again, it ended up randomly in the cart, and it's this, and you can see it's already half empty because by the time we got home, we finished half of the bag, and I'll show you what it is because you need to drop everything and go and find this thing. This, hear me out, okay? Hear me out. Cheese and caramel popcorn mix. So, hear me out, okay. So you have literal kettle corn, as you can see on the image here, and you have like these cheesy popcorns. Kettle corn is sweet, it's good. Cheesy popcorn is good. Sweet plus savory, out of this world. Like I said, by the time we drove home, we finished half of this bag. It's so good. Oh, are we still on the topic of things that randomly slipped into the cart that I didn't want to buy, but we ended up buying and we ended up eating on our way home? Oh yeah, while we're talking about that, we found these. They're apple cinnamon yogurt covered pretzels. We had a couple on our way here, but it's basically cinnamon apple yogurt dipped pretzels. They're so good because again, the pretzel is savory, and compared to your usual yogurt dipped pretzels, this one has a very prominent apple taste with a hint of cinnamon. So if you're a person who likes apple cinnamon products but aren't a big fan of like super heavy cinnamon flavors, in this one, the apple stands out more. Okay, going back to more of the things that we usually buy for the week, we get some kind of cheese. I'm a provolone person because I feel like I could just put it on any sandwiches. I like to melt it on top of stuff. So I like to be stocked up on maybe like one little thing of cheese. And we also get either some kind of like turkey breast, chicken breast, something again along the lines of like some kind of sandwich making meat. Sometimes if like I meal prep and like didn't calculate the correct amount, which is possible, we might just have a quick wrap or a sandwich towards the end of the week. But this time I got this oven roasted chicken breast, which I really like. They also have a maple honey turkey that I usually buy, but they didn't have today. Oh God, it's stuck. One of the most recent things that I started doing that I love is air fried cauliflower. I cut them up into bite-sized pieces and season them salt and pepper, toss them in a little bit of olive oil, and then I pop them in the air fryer for like 10 minutes, I believe at 370. Next time I do it, I'll let you guys know the exact temperatures, but I started doing that and they come out so good. It has a nice crispy exterior, it's still soft on the inside, like fully cooked. It's so good. When it comes to meats and stuff, like last week we went to BJ's, so I stocked up on like chicken breast, I stocked up on like chicken thighs, fish, a lot of proteins there because you know you could buy in bulk, but I used up the chicken breasts during the week, so I just restocked my freezer and I just got 1 packet of chicken breast. I mentioned that I was gonna be making chicken shawarma, so I tend to use chicken thighs just because they're, you know, they're a little juicier, so I'm gonna use that versus the thighs. I'll find something for that. And then speaking of proteins, this big boy right here, I got this thing of salmon, and it's crazy because going across the street to my local Key Food, this easily would have cost like 40 bucks because this is $8.49 a pound, and over there it's like $16 a pound for no reason. But I got this whole big thing here for $22. Like I mentioned, I want to make some kind of like Thai inspired coconut curry. Usually I just roast it in the oven, maybe teriyaki style, maybe with a pesto, but recently I was experimenting with air fryers. These things are so good in the air fryer because the outside becomes nice and crispy, but not too crispy. And the inside is like butter. It's crazy. If you want me to like drop any recipes, leave a comment down below because my goodness, like you can make magic with this in an air fryer. Oh my gosh, it's heavy. Next, all right, ooh, okay, so this, okay, hold up, heavy stuff. We're almost done, we're almost done. So I got some potatoes because when I spoke to my husband, I said, hey, what should I make as a side for a shawarma? You know, I mean, do I even need a side? Because it's like a sandwich, you have it in a pita. And he was like, you have to have French fries with shawarma. And I was like, okay. So what I'll do is just, I have a bunch of these potatoes and I might make some either air fried or baked French fries. Now the last item, I've been wanting to buy one of these for a long time and it's super heavy. But it's a cast iron skillet. The table that I'm currently using is made entirely of glass. So if I drop this, I've really wanted one because I don't have anything to cook steaks on because I like to cook steaks once in a while. I have a lot of like non-stick pans, but those aren't really the best for cooking steaks. I'm saying this as if I'm such a pro, but when I lived with my parents, they had a couple of different skillets, cast iron skillets, so I did a lot of my cooking with it, and I'm used to them. But after I moved out from my parents' house, I just never bought one. Maybe I should have just gone and stole one from them. They wouldn't have even noticed. Every week varies when it comes to the shopping that we do. Like I said, last week we had a major shopping spree of food and stocking up our pantries. But this week we got some of our necessities, milk, eggs, things that run out very quickly during the week. Like I didn't buy any bread because BJ's doesn't sell individual loaves of bread. I had to buy 2 loaves of bread. So I have all the ingredients that I need to make my chicken shawarma. So let's get cooking. What I'll be making today is a very simple version of chicken shawarma. Sometimes when I have time, I try to make it a little more bougie. I think I have some images of when I made it before, but basically I take half an onion, I put it at the bottom, and I put a couple of skewers, and I put the marinated chicken thighs onto the skewers, and they basically cook vertically in the oven. And as a result, it's like super juicy, it's delicious. The onion is there, it starts to absorb all of the flavor from the chicken, and I add that into the pita bread as well. But when you're in a rush or you just don't have the time to do that kind of stuff, I just take the chicken thighs and I throw them into the oven. So currently I have my oven preheated at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's get cooking. So I have a bunch of boneless chicken thighs here. I decided to get these from BJ's. They already had the skin removed and the bones out to make things easier. I got my trusty gloves on, and all I'm gonna do at the moment is peel off any excess fat. So I'm not gonna cut them, I'm gonna leave them as is. So when I cook them in the oven, they're gonna be whole. The first thing I'm gonna add is some Greek yogurt. I have some plain non-fat Greek yogurt here, and I tend to use about 1 cup worth. Oh, I can't open it, all right. Then we add some salt, pepper, some garlic powder, a dash of onion powder, some oregano leaves, some cumin, some paprika, turmeric, and secret ingredient here is cinnamon. Just a dash. It definitely complements the dish, trust me. And for the final part of the marinade, I squeeze half a lemon. Now I just mix it all up. All right, I'm gonna let this sit and marinate in the fridge for around 30 minutes. So I lined the baking sheet with some aluminum foil, I put some cooking spray on it, and laid out all of the chicken thighs. I'm gonna pop them in the oven at 400 degrees for around 30 to 40 minutes until they're fully cooked. In the meantime, we can cut up our simple summer salad. This is a super simple salad that I like to make. It's just cucumbers, tomatoes, some kind of herbs, and lemon. Usually I use regular tomatoes, but I didn't have any, so I'm using cherry tomatoes. And this time I'm using cilantro instead of parsley because, again, I'm just using what I have available. I like to chop them up into smaller cubes. It doesn't matter how you chop them. This is just my preference. So this is how it looks like. This is the cucumber. So now I'm gonna cut up the tomatoes. And again, I would use regular tomatoes, but I only had cherry tomatoes. So I'm not gonna go crazy cutting these. I'm just gonna cut them like this. Okay, so I have all the tomatoes cut up here, and I'm just gonna put it into the bowl. Here we have it. So now I'm just gonna cut up the cilantro and add the lemon juice. So we have our cilantro all cut up, and I'm just gonna add that to the bowl. Okay, that's how it is, and then just a squeeze of lemon juice. All right, and I'm just gonna give this a good mix. And again, this is nothing crazy, nothing too hard to make. I prefer this because the freshness of all the vegetables and the lemon juice helps cut down from the richness of the chicken. You guys can use any topping that you want, but I just prefer to use like a simple salad like this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here they are. Got them right out of the oven. And then I had a couple of minutes to spare, so I decided to make some fries. They're just oven baked, nothing crazy, nothing special, because my husband said that shawarma needs to have fries on the side. So here's the chicken, so we can start assembling our pita. All right, it's assembly time. So I got the pita breads. I shoved them into the oven for like a few minutes while the chicken was cooking to warm them up. I'm just gonna cut them, and when you do, it forms a nice little pocket on the inside here. So all I'm gonna do is I take my chicken and I'm just going to basically shred it. All right, now since it's shredded, we can assemble. So I'm gonna just open up my pita. I'm going to, and I bought this, let me show you guys. This tzatziki, it's a spinach, parmesan, Greek yogurt tzatziki. Whoa! All right. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that inside. I'm just placing some and lining it onto the walls. Then I'm going to take my chicken and place it on the inside here. There we go, nice and easy. And finally, we had that little salad from earlier. Gonna top it off with some of that salad on the inside and finish off with a little more of the tzatziki. And there you have it. Super easy, super delicious, super fast. All right, and there you have it, guys. Super simple, shawarma inspired, because I know this is not like an actual shawarma recipe. This is just something that I do on the side, but there you have it. Enjoy. And there you have it, guys. Quick and simple, easy meal for the week that you can prep on Sundays, plus a little insider on what I like to usually get for the week. And again, this week is a little bit less because last week we went to BJ's and we just got like bulk produce. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, because I will be releasing some more videos like this, because moving forward, there's gonna be a lot more grocery hauls since my inventory will slowly start to decrease because we love to eat. Also because I'm gonna be starting a brand new series next week where we're gonna be trying different comfort foods from around the world. So stay tuned for that. What do you guys consider to be comfort foods? Leave a comment down below if you want to see me cook and experiment with some brand new recipes that you guys consider as comfort foods. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys next time.